Besides exploiting the iPad's features, you must also consider embracing the iPad's limitations. The key to successful app development is to understand these limitations, live and program within them, and even learn to love them. These constraints can help you understand the kinds of apps that are right for the iPad. The iPad evolved from the iPhone and iPod Touch, but there are a few limitations you absolutely need to consider. For example, you need to make the user interface large enough. Some users have fat fingers. You may think that the iPad's larger display makes that relatively easy to deal with, but keep in mind that you may want to design a multi-user app for the iPad that takes into account multiple fingers, such as touch hockey, which is designed for 2 players. User interface elements need to be large enough and spaced far enough apart so that users' fingers can find their way around the interface comfortably. Apple recommends that anything a user has to select or manipulate with a finger be a minimum of 44 by 44 pixels in size. Besides making the user interface large enough, you have to also provide an undo option for immediate actions. Because it's so much easier to make a mistake using fingers, you need to ensure that you implement a robust yet unobtrusive undo mechanism. You don't want to have your users confirm every action. It makes using the app tedious. On the other hand, you don't want your app to let anybody mistakenly delete a page without asking, "Are you sure this is what you really want to do?" Lost work is worse than tedious. Fortunately, the iPad supports the same shake to undo feature as the iPhone. Also, keep in mind that battery power and memory are limited, just like on an iPhone or iPod Touch. This limitation may or may not be a decisive factor depending on what kind of app you want to create, but smaller apps generally perform better. Although users can switch from one app to another instantly, and apps can continue where a user left off, only one app actually runs at any given time, again, just like an iPhone or iPod Touch. And some apps are capable of running in the background to serve notifications or play music.